Are we entering into a period of hard times? Experts tell us that we are, aren't they? We look at the economy and we go, oh my goodness, what is happening?
What is happening?
We haven't gotten a handle on inflation. Gas prices continue to be a problem. Food prices keep going up. And the list goes on, doesn't it? And so we look at that and we say, what's going to happen? And then we have the predictions. Some are very grave, others are less so, but nonetheless, there are very few people who don't today think that we're moving into a period of economic challenge. Well, what do you do?
So, what do you do?
Well, I think that some people are gathering up food, for example, and preparing. Some are putting away cash so that they have some money and reserves. But the reality is both of those could eventually run out. And what is it that allows you to thrive during really difficult, tough times? Well, I think about that in terms of some of what I experienced as a child, watching Japan coming out of the Second World War. People didn't have much of anything. Food was scarce. Rice was hard to come by. People were hungry. There was also a sense of defeat, and they needed to rebuild. Businesses had been disrupted. A lot of things need to be recreated. Infrastructure. What do you do when all of those things suddenly are lacking? Well, the people that did really well had internal reserves. They had a purpose from within, and they had a sense of honoring family members. They came together, they worked together. They hadn't destroyed each other in the process, so they could rely on one another, and they helped each other rebuild. In a sense, they collaborated together to do that. They also looked at where were opportunities. They passed ideas on to one another. They helped each other. And they built a great nation following the Second World War. We're going to have to do the same thing as we look at the economic downturn that we're facing. And it's not only the economy, we're having an erosion of our morals. We're having an erosion of family values. And so the things that we have held on to as our stable datum, suddenly they're loose, they're weak, they're falling apart. We don't have them to hold on to.
Hold on, okay?
And so we need to pause, regroup, look at what is stable in our lives. And if we don't know what it is, we need to search for it and find it, because you can't get through hard times without some inner stability. And that comes from personal values, moral, spiritual, a work ethic, and a deep sense of connection to family and friends. So what are some of the values that will allow us to get through difficult times? Well, many people talk about the Stoic values. The Greeks talked about it a great deal, didn't they? They thought that that would make them a strong, strong group of people, and it did.
We gotta find new people, strong people, people that'll work with us.
For a period of time. So Stoicism is something that we've looked at a lot. And it is, in a sense, something we're going to have to revisit. What is it? What is Stoicism? Well, part of it is I don't need to have all of my wants met. There are wants that can be put off. I don't need you to take care of everything. I'm not entitled. I need to produce. I need to work. I need to give. I need to contribute, right? And then there's a spiritual quality. What is it that's going to be my guiding light? We need a spiritual guiding post in order to be able to really know the direction that we're headed in. So during hard times, the things that we're going to need is the willingness to work hard. You know, it's not a matter of did I put in my hours today, it's did I produce a result? And I'm really willing to work really, really hard to produce a result, because the only thing that's going to matter is a result. Am I willing to let you have a result? Because I need to help you build and grow, because if you don't, I won't have the resources I need in order to grow and to build, right? We need to have a sense of being connected.
We're all connected.
And looking at how is it that our businesses fit together in order to produce a product or a good that is essential. Our attitudes are going to be important. If we have a negative attitude and a negative perspective about what's happening, we'll get a whole lot more of what doesn't work and what's negative, and pretty soon we'll give up. So it's managing, well, how do I want to look at what's happening? Yes, it may be tough, but what am I learning? What am I going to get out of this? How am I going to take this into developing something strong and something better? Because out of tough times, remember, comes strength and good times. Visit our website at www.startwithcollaboration.com. We're eager to help you with the challenges that you face today. There are many, and although there's challenges, there are opportunities. It's knowing how to look for them.